to turn 30, and I made a wish, just one, New York. And somehow, a few moments later, my husband and I were flying from Tbilisi to Istanbul, then Istanbul to JFK. We left our cats at home, and we were so exhausted, very anxious because we was afraid of flying. And after all of that, all I could think was, okay, was it actually worth it? Was it worth crossing the world for? After that flight, I was drained out, I was jet lagged, I was thinking only about my cats, but we got immediately hit by the New York energy. It was very crazy, and we checked into the Mayfair Hotel and just walked outside, took a little walk to the Whole Foods market, got some smoothies. Ah, there's something about seeing it for the first time in person that no photo prepares you for. It's just so big and it's overwhelming. And by the way, do you know who's speaking? For those who don't know me, quick intro. Hello, I'm Zlata. I'm 30. I'm a graphic designer. I used to do art direction. This is my cat Ellie and Trisha and my husband Losha. Enjoy. Somehow I managed this vlog to happen. This trip is big for me. I wanted to compare it to two Japan trips I had, but it's kind of bigger. It feels like that. But here we are, and at the morning when we woke up, we visited the Times Square. We lived nearby, so it was easy to get there. At the morning, it becomes some walk by point because people just rush into the work, and at evening, the people just rushing backwards home through the crowded tourists groups. You know that places you have seen so many times that they almost stop feeling real. This was one of them. I have seen Times Squares in movies, TV shows, video games, and you're just standing here, and I was freezing. Today is a cold day, and I want to buy some uh, warm clothes. Definitely. Standing here feels completely different, and here's my honest verdict: it's loud, it's crowded, sometimes it smells questionable. There are way too many people, and somehow it's still worth seeing, not because it's beautiful, because it's Times Square. The second you see it, your brain goes, oh, that is that place. Would I spend my whole trip here? Absolutely not. Would I skip it? Also no. See it once. Dublin, hello. Was the Irish bar, and I had to say hello to my friend Kate. Then my husband met me with Boba from Chicha Sanchez, which was the right call. Also, he surprised me with Insta 360 camera. He bought it for himself, and I immediately started doing some weird stuff like I do usually when I'm too excited. I can see myself now. Who can blame me for being so happy? We stood outside 30 Rock, where Jimmy Fallon films, and just, stood there for a bit. Could not really process it. You know that feeling when something is so recognizable that seeing it in real life feels slightly unreal. We ended up at the Rockefeller Center, so a toy store with Snoopy didn't go in. There were guys on bikes with speakers playing music just casually. Then we saw the ice rink. We just watched people skating, and honestly, It's iconic, yes. At this point, I still wasn't sure if New York was living up to the version I had in my head. It felt exciting, but also overwhelming and so beautiful and a little ridiculous. Ah, mixed feelings. I was impressed by the camera, by the new one. We tested it everywhere. I did this Zoolander thingy, you know, the walk this way, the looking straight into the land. Then something happened the next morning that completely changed my opinion. Hello. I'm gonna continue my makeup. Jet lag is an incredible alarm clock. Nobody asked for it, nobody enjoys it, but it gets the job done. So, at something like 5, 6 a.m., not 6, 7 in the morning, we grabbed bagels from this place called Broadway Bagels, and we headed towards Central Park. And this was the moment.
Let's go grab a bagel.
Right. Open face or
I have no idea.
just
Because you smoke the meat, not the fish.
bagels and some tea, you know? You know? Content, yeah? We took them to Central Park and just sat there 7 a.m. Barely anyone around. Central Park at that hour is something else. Quiet, soft light, feels like the city is still sleeping around you. And fat squares doing their own thingy. So cute, I love animals actually. I cannot skip those cuties. Oh shit.
Oh, you put salmon in it as well?
Yeah.
Damn, that's good, that's good.
This is something incredible. And a woman with her dog came up to us and asked what we were eating. Just curious, just sweet.
What are you eating? It looks good.
It's bagel
cheese?
from down the corner.
Oh.
Yeah,
What, what they make you? Cheese?
Yeah, cheese, egg.
And salad.
Yeah, and salmon logs.
Oh, nice.
Hey.
When?
You don't expect that kind of thing to happen. You expect New York to be cold and fast and everyone minding their own business, and then just a cute lady with a doggy just stops and asks about your bagel. I didn't expect to meet not touristy version of New York. It feels like you catching the city before it's fully awake. People jogging, even in the cold, walking their dogs, rushing somewhere with coffee in hand. Of course, everyone still a little sleepy and a little quiet. No performance, no tourist version of New York, just real people starting their day. There is something really warm about that, honestly. And then it started snowing. The first snow of the season.
No.
Well, kinda. Not bad.
Man.
Alright, let's go. Let's go.
Of the snow. Can you see the snow? The first snow.
So cold.
I can. Okay,
Are you
I
warm?
don't think I will ever forget that. We found the Bethesda Fountain, the one from John Wick. It's been in more films that you will think. Enchanted, Avengers, maybe Home Alone, I believe. Standing next to something like this, a genuinely strange feeling. Also found the Bow Bridge, the White Bridge, and it was in more films that I can count. With the snow and the bare trees and the water underneath, it looked like a painting. Damn, worth getting up at 7 a.m. with jet lag for? Yes, absolutely.
Okay, go.
This place is called Hook and Ladder 8, but most people know it as the Ghostbuster firehouse. And honestly, that's exactly why we came. One thing I love about New York is how often you accidentally walk into a movie set, you've seen something on the screen your entire life, and then suddenly you're just standing right in front of it. The funny part, this is still an active fire station, so actual firefighters are just trying to get through their workday. Oh, only if you are a fan, but if you are a fan, you're absolutely stopping here. And then this was the moment New York started changing for me. Before this trip, I thought New York was Times Square, the billboards, the lights, the chaos. And turns out that's maybe 10% of the city. The more we walked through lower Manhattan, the more I started liking it. The streets got quieter, the buildings got older, and suddenly it felt less like a tourism attraction and more like a real place where people actually living. This is also one of the oldest parts of New York. Some streets here existed before the United States even existed, which is kind of insane to think about. This is a Brooklyn Bridge, and somehow it looks exactly the way I imagined it would. Maybe even better. One of my favorite facts about this is that when the bridge first opened, people were actually scared to use it. They thought it might collapse. So eventually, someone brought elephants across the bridge to prove it safe, which is probably the most New York solution to a problem I ever heard. People don't trust the bridge? Okay, send the elephants.
Sweaters. Say sweater.
The bridge opened in 1883, connecting Manhattan and Brooklyn long before Brooklyn officially felt like part of the city we know today. And standing here, you kind of understand why people were obsessed with it. You get views of the Manhattan skyline on one side and Brooklyn on the other, the East River below. What else? And somehow every direction looks like a postcard. I thought we will stop for a couple of photos and move on. Instead, we ended up slowing down and taking it all in. Because this isn't really a place you rush through. Then we arrived in the place called DUMBO, which stands for Down Under the Manhattan Bridge Overpass. Cobblestone streets, old brick warehouses, uh, cute. And also we visited this place called Grimaldi's Pizza. Everybody told me New York pizza would change my life. Yes, it felt dramatic. And I would come back just for this pizza.
Oh shit, that's bad.
I'm dead.
I'm alive. I'm dead again.
Day 2 or day 3. Honestly, jet lag completely destroyed my sense of time. We found this Japanese place where you cook everything right at the table, and I immediately loved it. One thing I have learned about the city is that food isn't just food they here. people take it seriously, very seriously. You could spend weeks here doing nothing but eating maybe New Yorkish style, maybe Japanese, maybe Korean, every type of food you would like to taste, it's here. And somehow still miss half the places people recommend. This meal absolutely worth. After that, we wandered through one of the shopping areas in Midtown and somehow ended up inside Arc'teryx, which was dangerous for my wallet. I tried on some jackets, more jackets I tried on. I definitely didn't eat. The good news, I left without buying one. The bad news, I sometimes still thinking about some of them. Midtown is probably one of the busiest parts of Manhattan, and one thing that surprised me was how easily it is to accidentally spend an entire day here. You will just start looking for one store and another and then another. The city keeps changing around you. One block feels corporate, the next feels luxurious, the next has a random little cafe that smells incredible. At some point, we passed this place called BlackRock, one of the most powerful financial companies in the world. They manage trillions of dollars, which feels like a fake number. Meanwhile, we were just walking around. It was so cold. We tried to decide what to do next. Honestly, at that time, nothing to do more than just walking. Um, the richest companies in the world, the biggest brands here, maybe Amazon, some of the most expensive real estate on earth, and then right next door, someone is selling hot dogs. Yeah, in the truck. Right next to it, there's this whole area along the water, some kind of plaza, sculptures, involvement, the kind of place that looks like it was designed to be enjoyed, except it was closed at night. Apparently, you can go in, which feels very on brand for this part of the city. Beautiful things just slightly out of reach. So we stood outside, watched other things. Right next to Black Rock, there's this structure called the Vessel. 154 staircases, all connected into one giant honeycomb thingy. It cost around $200 million to build, and it's closed. So we just stood there and looked at it from the outside and from the Starbucks because it was so cold. It's just strange feeling. Something built entirely to be climbed and now it just sits there. Also, there is something about the Christmas market in New York that feels almost too cinematic, like you have seen the duck shot before in some movies from 2000s. And then I started thinking about all the films I grew up watching that were set here, maybe some Elf, maybe something with Robin Williams. All of them made New York look like the most important city in the world. And somehow it still does. And the next morning, we walked around this beautiful church and we had breakfast near it in Tartinery, in some business center, I believe. We searched for some healthy breakfast around this area. So yeah, we got some avocado toasts with boiled egg. We thought it's gonna be poached, but yep, we got it boiled. No, I do like it better actually. I tried some face detection mode with my camera. We had some just fun because this is the first trip I took my Pocket Osmo 3, so I just loved how it works. And after some light breakfast, my husband decided to test his new camera too, so he walked a lot on his own. He was filming some streets with 360, just to streets, people, the city, doing its thingy. So some of the video uh, s- my favorite actually because I do like walkthrough. I do like the ambience of it. So yeah, actually I'm watching so many videos like this, also from US and also from Japan. Japan is my favorite, of course. I have not much footage of Grand Central Terminal, but most people walk through and miss the best detail. The ceiling of main concourse, the turquoise ceiling with the constellations is painted backwards, the stars are mirrored and everything, and there is one single original dirty tile left on the lower level. Before the restorations, decades of cigarette smoke has blackened the entire ceiling almost brown. That one dot. Alright, Nintendo Store. I need 5 minutes for this and I'm not apologizing. The Nintendo Store in Rockefeller Center is spread across 2 floors and every single inch is dedicated to the fact that Nintendo is just genuinely joyful as a company. I was so overwhelmed, so many things. As I understand that if the people who play their games grow up but don't stop loving them. Oh, I found the Brewster. Brewster is a pigeon who runs the Roost Cafe in Animal Crossing. Very serious character, makes an excellent coffee, barely talks and completely iconic, but the pigeon milk is questionable. Let's just skip it. The Timmy Tommy and Tom Nook. Guys, can I cannot believe this happening. This Animal Crossing section had its own section and I spent a while there. If you know the game, you understand it's cozy and it's kind of specific, and finding physical versions of the things you only see on the screen is it its own kind of thing. KK Slider, Isabel, Phone, Marshall, Lily. Guys, can you believe? So cute. Also some cute cases. My husband is very big fan of Donkey Kong. He been playing Donkey from his childhood. He also completed new games. He started just Bonanza and Tropical Freeze, so I get it. Why does he need this barrel sling with some bananas inside?
Bananas inside also.
Ah, you can just grab some.
Grab a banana.
Wow. There's some village with a child. I'm going. Oh wow. Oh, it's moving. Wow.
We are very big fans of Zelda. If you ask me which was my first game from the series, I will tell you Ocarina of the Time, and I played it through some emulator on the PC. Don't judge me. I had no choice, and I bought some 3DS in 2013, maybe 14, and I played it, and I was amazed by how good it was. And also, my favorite one right now is Tears of the Kingdom, and I do like Breath of the Wild, of course, and I even do like Echoes of Wisdom. But aesthetically, my favorite one is Twilight Princess, for sure. And my favorite character from Zelda has to, the big Korak.
I do miss the Splatoon times when I played it, but right now I don't have time to do that, and I'm mostly playing Tomodachi Life right now. Personally, I do like the concept of Kirby because he can take any shape he wants. So I'm kind of jealous. He can be car, so he don't need to buy one. And then I got a little bit wild, not about the Pokemon, but about the Switch 2 in New York, which felt right. The Switch 2 has a bigger screen and new magnetic Joy-Cons, improved performance overall, upgrade for the first generation. I've been waiting for this moment, and buying it there specifically felt correct. And we decided to also visit this Schwartz magazine, which was nearby. If you're seeing the movie Big, is the floor piano scene, that's the store. They had this whole like Snoopy display. So cute, I love Snoopy.
This is something else.
It's early, yeah. Garbage the store which making Miffy making this also. Bon Toys.
Do you know the Jelly Friends? This is squishy plush characters with faces that are apparently a huge thing right now. It was, and it's now, viral. And I wanted to see this spectacle in person.
Nice! Okay. How's she looking? Salmonella? No? Yeah, we'll skip that. Alright, let's see what happens. What do you feel she's gonna be? Diva, chill, polite? She's gonna be Diva, yeah? Okay, let's see. Yeah, I'm definitely seeing that. She's actually terrifying again. You guys, why are they scared? Oh my god! You got that. I cannot stand you. I'm scared, okay? Oh my god. I think she tried to hug you, but it looks really scary. Yeah. Oh, you guys are both really good at that, though. That's crazy. Wait! You guys are literally chefs.
What a day, Brewster. What a day. We walk a lot through the stretch. Just the city, talking, being in it. New York is actually very walkable if you let it be. You can cover a huge amount of food, and the streets give you things the subway doesn't. The scale of buildings, the shop windows, the random moments. Beautiful.
They have a quick phone.
I want to do that.
No. Please don't.
Quick fall.
Quick fuck. I'm kind of scared of the places like that, a little bit.
Empty.
But I've been to White Castle, so
Yeah?
who fucking knows?
You been?
Yeah.
And how it was?
It was mid.
Yeah.
It has a distinct flavor, but it was kind of mid. Yeah. Not too good, not too
I think
bad.
Shake Shack is better.
Yeah,
right?
Shake Shack is better, but Five Guys is kind of cute.
We were getting to see the first Broadway show on Broadway, and we was searching for the restaurant, and we found Carmine's. It's a famous Italian family style restaurant, and the Persians
are designed for table of 8, and we were 2 people, and we had the huge lasagna. It was massive, and it was incredible. Unbelievable size, unbelievable. We was eating the lasagna knowing what was coming, which made the whole thing even better because I was getting ready to see the person I wanted to see a long time ago. Wow, that was amazing. My first Broadway show. And while unboxing this Nintendo Switch in the huddle, so Beetlejuice. Trisha Paytas was in the cast. They invited her to play the role they didn't have, but they created it just for her. So she was great. And if you want to see one show and be entertained from the first second to the last, this is it. Just go. I was skeptic about it. I was like, I will not like it because it's Beetlejuice. It's some kid story, kid story. Not interested for an adult like I am. But it was crazy, the effects and everything.
It
whole
was funny
thing.
too. I liked it too.
Oh, yeah. At morning, I was busy. I was catching up with some couple of colleagues, and my husband went to the Intrepid Sea. I hope I pronouncing correctly. Air and Space Museum, which is a literal aircraft carrier parked on the Hudson River. The USS Intrepid served in World War II, survived multiple attacks, and later became a NASA recovery ship. It pulled astronauts out of the ocean after splashdowns. Now it just sits on the west side with the Concorde on the deck and the space shuttle. Kinda casual. He also walked through the submarine, the USS Growler, and said it was gently unsettling how small everything is inside, which I believe. By the end of the day, Lusha walked through some grocery shops, just recording everything, how the thingies look. It hits different, yeah. And he also walked through some Christmas market at the Times Square. Very Christmassy.
The Museum of Modern Art is my favorite place to be in. I'm visiting it in every country I'm in. So we started with Warhol, Andy Warhol's Campbell's soup scans are here, the real ones, and seeing them in person is generally different from any reproduction. They're intense. Uh, Through the whole museum, of course, I kept stopping at the graphic design pieces. Museum has always taken design seriously, not as a lesser form of art, but as a discipline with its own history and its own icons. Their posters from Bauhaus, Soviet constructivist graphics, mid-century American advertising design typefaces used as art objects, etc. I thought this room is kinda hilarious. It's not a part of exhibition, it just measured room by inches. Like every door, every wall. This exact room reminded me about the game we all know, Fallout, about your Fallout life after some sad things that can happen, but I hope it will never. Then there was Matisse the Dance, a circle of figures on a deep blue background moving together. In person, it has this energy, beautiful. I love the colors in such graphics.
Claude Monet water lilies are in one room built specifically for them. The room is curved. The paintings wrap around you, and they are enormous, much larger than you would expect from reproductions. You sit on the bench in the middle and you just look. The room makes you quiet. Of course, we was struck by auto portrait of Frida Kahlo by herself. There also were an exhibition with red walls, lower light, filled with early developments on communication devices, graphic design, robots, objects of interior, some chairs, some pieces of paper. Alright. Some early development thingies, icons, NASA logotype, some cases,
No, it's all
brand book of NASA,
They're connected.
some chair, cool chair, some plastic chair, basic plastic chair, some Crocs, and some Mason Margiela stubby boots. The museum itself took me about 2 or 3 hours to go through every exhibition at that moment. It's not that much, but I'm also was like filming and then I'm rewatching what I filmed. And the shop, the Museum of Art shop, is one of the best curated shops, I will say. Full stop. Here, everything in there is intentional. Designed objects, art books, prints, Miffy, everything worth having. Thing is, I tried on quite a few things. Maybe some glasses, which is not good. And this humongous book of Fantastic Four comics.
Skip, come on the middle. Yeah, check this design out.
Yeah, crazy.
This shop have everything you can or cannot imagine to gift or to buy for yourself. So I was trying to find some things. I left with a scarf, Paulette scarf, and also I bought some duck head umbrella. It was very cute to have. This is the scarf. It's perfect. And it was the right decision. I do like the practical things. And I have nothing more to add on this subject. After MoMA, we headed to the West Village and stopped at Joe's Pizza on the corner. And Joe's Pizza has been there since 1975. It's a New York institution, basic, perfect, coal-fired, the New York slice as a concept. We had pepperoni, and I do think also margarita. This is generally one of the best pizzas of the whole trip. We had a lot of pizzas here. Rating, yes, one of the best. Rating, just go. Specifically this corner. Also, it's kind of famous pizza because
Kind of spicy.
Peter Parker, I
that's
believe,
so
worked here in Spider-Man
not?
2.
Do I just...
The West Village is one of those neighborhoods where you understand what people mean when they say they love New York. Quiet streets, slightly crooked. It's one of the oldest parts of the city, and the grid doesn't apply here. The streets follow old property lines from the 16th. And you know what? There were also some jazz clubs, old bars, just so vintage and such a neighborhood vibe. Brownstones, small restaurants, bookshops, wine bars, people actually living their lives. This is the New York that exists outside of the Times Square. You have to come find it. 90 Bedford Street. This is the exterior from Friends. Monica and Rachel's building. I watched Friends as a kid. You too, maybe. It was just always on. You absorbed it, and standing in front of it at night, it looks exactly like it does on screen. The actual apartment was set in LA, but the outside is real, the street is real, and the light above the door is real. If you watched it, come here. And around the corner, the brownstone from Sex and the City on Perry Street. But acknowledge that this is a private building, someone actually living there, so don't touch anything and be silent. I'm not a huge fan, but standing right there, oh, you just get it. The street is beautiful. And that's it. That's the end of the video. Come at least once, it's worth it for the neighborhood, the food, the museums, or just for no reason at all. You will figure it out when you get there. And we had just small dinner in Empire Diner. This was Lata. Subscribe. Next stop is Orlando Universal. See ya!